So let's talk about the preparation versus the delivery outline because they are different. The first thing is that the preparation outline, as the name implies, is what you will use to prepare for your actual presentation. It is a very detailed full sentence outline. The methods of execution, the bananas, I think, dog grooming samples that are in the content module about the informative presentation are all examples of preparation outlines. You should have a person who did not prepare the actual speech should be able to deliver the speech from a preparation outline, albeit very poorly. It would not be well delivered speech because there should be so much detail in it that anybody who was reading it would know what was going on. But I should emphasize it is not an essay. You do want to make sure you label all the parts of the speech in the preparation outline, as I reviewed in the mini lecture with that sample outline. And you never, ever, ever use a preparation outline while you're actually delivering delivering or giving the presentation. So what are going to be these parts? I'm going to go through these again just to emphasize. At the top, name fine, but the topic, the specific purpose, the central idea, those are all there, but you are not going to say them during the presentation. You're going to start with, boom, that attention getter. Maybe your relevance, what's in it for the audience, or your credibility, why should we listen to you, is connected to the attention getter. It doesn't have to be. It depends what works. These are the decisions you make as the speaker about what you think will work best. If you do attach one of those two to the attention getter, please label it that way in your preparation outline. I am looking for all of these parts, and it is as simple as, do you have it labeled? Can I easily find it? And do you know that you remember to do it? If you don't attach anything to the attention getter, it doesn't matter if the relevance or the credibility comes next. Again, play around with it, see what you think makes the most sense. Attention getter always first, previews always the last part of the introduction. Let us know what you're going to be talking about. This gets our brains ready to listen. Then you're going to transition that GPS statement. Okay, let's first take a look at, and whatever it is your main point is. Regarding those main points, you want to make sure that they are clearly identified. Don't just put main point one, main point two. Title them. What is the main point about? Subpoints are those details of the main point. Use you can use some bullet points, but you want to make sure that they're full sentence. Regarding how you set this up, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3 ABC Roman numerals, and I'm certainly not going to get too concerned about formatting. So don't waste a lot of your energy in worrying about those things. Your sources or your plan for how you're going to tell us where you got the information, what's called your oral citations, more about those in the coming week. You want to write those right into that preparation outline. And additionally, that's the only part that would be identical from the preparation outline to that delivery or keyword outline. And also remember to plan the transitions. Those GPSs of our speech, they guide us. Think of it this way. If it's in your preparation outline, you are preparing for your presentation using that preparation outline. And then it's more likely that when you actually do the presentation, you're going to have those parts. Last part, the conclusion. Let us know you're coming to the end. Summarize, maybe with a little bit of elaboration, what you just told us, and then end with something memorable. Don't just leave us hanging. You can't be Porky Pig. So, introduction, body, conclusion. All of those parts are parts of your presentation. Within there, you have transitions, the GPS guiding us along. You're also going to let us know where you got your information with the oral citations. More about that in the coming week. All right, at the end, you're going to have a works cited MLA or APA format. Give it your best shot. Please do use a URL if it is an internet source, just in case I want to go check that out. Also, you will be using the source evaluation sheet for any internet source. Make sure you submit that. So some features of this preparation outline. Well, just as a guide. So in a 5 to 7 minute informative speech, that prep outline could be maybe 3 to 6 pages. It depends what your spacing looked like. There's no minimum or maximum page requirement, but sometimes students ask for a guide, so that's just a little guide I give. You want to make sure you prepare with enough depth and breadth to increase our understanding, but not so much that we feel completely overwhelmed and we just kind of shut down. And this is a big responsibility for the speaker. You know, you're making those decisions of what can I include and what do I just not have time for. Those are sometimes really hard decisions. All right. Never, ever, ever, ever use your preparation outline to deliver your speech. You're going to read it to us. 99.9% of the time, that's what happens. So what do? You've got to take that preparation outline and get it down to just keywords. You're still going to have all the parts, introduction, body, conclusion, but you're going to use just maybe bullet points, a couple words that remind you what you're going to be talking about. Only thing that's going to be identical is those oral citations, those plans for where you got the information from. And plan those transition statements right within that delivery outline. So you've taken that preparation outline, you've practiced, revise, you're good. Okay, convert to delivery outline, get it all down, and now practice with that delivery outline. The purpose of the delivery outline is something that you can refer to throughout the speech. You are not memorizing this. We're not reading things to each other with these speeches, right? You're going to deliver this extemporaneously. That means you have a plan, you've practiced it, and now you're going to implement it. But if you gave the speech 10 times, the exact words might be just a little bit different. You're going to know this inside and out. You are the expert, so speak with authority. And remember those oral citations also in that delivery outline. So note cards or paper. I can't give you an answer for sure. I can tell you that something that doesn't work well is when you just have it open on your screen because you're going to read. So what can you use? Well, think about what you've used before. The key is not too many words. I've had students use note cards, do number them in case they fall or anything, and then you can easily get them back. Sometimes you just like maybe take that 4-page prep outline and get it down to maybe 2 pages. And I've had some students use where you can print out the PowerPoint if you work in PowerPoint to have like 3 slides per page and then there's room to write. That has also worked very well. The key is to figure out what works best for you. Don't just print your prep outline and cut it into parts and tape it on note cards. I had a student do that once. That didn't work well. The having some words, having some guidance, but remember you're the expert and that delivery outline is there for you to refer to. Okay. All right, delivery outline, keyword outline, using those interchangeably, that's all means the same thing. It's going to be the outline you use to deliver your presentation. So last slide, just a couple suggestions. Underline or highlight the key words. That includes the prep outline and the delivery outline. If you have direct quotes or oral citations. Limit the number of cards or pages that you have, but make sure each is clear. I had for the introductory presentation, one of my delivery that I had each card, like one card was the introduction, one card was main point 1, main point 2. This is a longer speech. You might need a little more than that, but just as a guide. As I said, number your cards, only keywords or phrases, direct quotes and oral citations, put those right on there. Reminders about visual aid in advancing those slides. That's, with a recorded speech, it's a little bit easier to remember that, but not always. So just a little reminder is helpful. Also, if there's any point where you're like, oh, I want to remember to pause, or I want to make sure that I slow down for emphasis, whatever the case might be. Make sure that you note that on your card and practice using your delivery outline, just like you practice with the prep outline to get it just right. Also practice with the delivery outline. And again, never read from your screen. So follow those tips and you will have yourself a great presentation.